We love
Okay,
hip hop.
I have a question for you guys and it's not even our pre-topic yet. I have a whole other thing for the pre-topic, bro. Have you guys been keeping up with this Mr. Lewin and this other guy? I forget his name. Salute to homie. He was like, I guess, some guy who did time with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been following it.
The thing is, how are you able to keep following it is my question.
Yeah, they packed his page, right?
No, his page is still there.
Oh,
Even
the
today,
post, that post.
Yes, they packed that post crazy. And even today, while like there was like, I guess you noticed something from one of GTV's episodes or something like that. And he was like, wow, I got a story for you about what happened with me and him. And then I went back and I put it, listen, look. You know what I'll do? One take, Jake, bring up the screen for me over here. Let me get this chick off the screen here. Cheyenne.
She wasn't too bad.
I know, all right? Chris Brown missed out. Okay, look at my list of topics over here, right? I have the link for this shit. And I clicked it.
Ooh.
Right?
So GTV spoke on it and their post got...
No, he found the old post of GTV talking about it.
Yeah.
And then he wanted to throw his 2 cents in there too. But then that got zapped too.
Oh, wow.
Yes. I don't know, bro.
Everything's getting cut.
Yeah, fam. Like, remember, you guys seen the big expose that he did. That shit got zapped, bro.
But at that point, it was too late. Like, everybody already seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you... And listen, I swear this is not the pre-topic, okay? Why do you think that he's getting on people now? And he blocked me, by the way. I never been blocked this whole time. Now I'm blocked.
Lewin?
Yeah.
Officially blocked?
I'm officially on the block list.
Welcome to the
now.
block list.
Yeah. I'm on the honorary list now. So he's now blocked me. But besides that, like, this guy's post was going viral. And he cut the legs off of that, fam. Do you think he's on some legal shit at this point? Or is he just like, I don't know. Actually, I can't even re-ask the question. I think he's on some legal shit.
Yeah, because once Major went legal, I think Mr. Lewin is trying to switch his strategy a little bit.
Maybe. Because what other reason why would he take the post down? Unless it's like legal ramifications.
Maybe he felt like it was defamatory, even though it wouldn't be defamation if what the guy's saying is true. But I think maybe now, I think Lewin's more on like a defense, where I feel like before he was like on offense, and now he's probably just trying to make sure that, he can stay afloat. So he's going to defend himself from like these allegations.
Yeah.
Or narratives.
Bro, I just found it kind of crazy that like pause. I was caught with my pants down last night when I was doing the live stream.
I know, I seen that.
I seen you in the chat, fam. I was like, all right, let's get to this. I pull up the post, the shit's gone.
Yeah. Well, I understand it, you know what I mean? Like, I thought the saga was over and it's like, oh no, like the story gets crazier.
It's deeper.
The man spent years fighting a case that he only would have had to do months for. Like, that's insane, bro.
Yeah.
My favorite part was when he got one lawyer, he fired him, got another lawyer, fired him, and then represented himself. And the guy was like, this guy thought he was going to be the first guy in Canadian history to be an armed robbery, like, caught on camera. Like, bro, I kind of rate that spirit, though.
Bro, I'm glad you have good recall, fam, because I could not remember what his whole thing yesterday was, or a couple of days ago. I was like, what was he saying in that video? But it was gone, fam.
But do you remember the last guy that represented himself in court?
Ooh.
Didn't he, like, wasn't it the guy that jumped over the thing and tried to attack the judge and all them crazy thing there? Like, he was a certified madman. So it's like, I don't think anybody's saying was like, yeah, let me go represent myself.
I don't know, fam. I just find it weird. And I think we should move away from the topic because, like, if he's zapping pages or telling people, like, take this down, I guess we're next, bro. Because he didn't want this story out there at all, fam.
Damn.
I was like, yo, I'm slipping. I usually download the video, we'll repost it on Reddit somewhere or something else. But like, I just was like, no, I'll get to it later. By the time I was time to get to it, it was gone. Yeah. Okay, I got a pre-topic for us though. I have it titled, He Caught Her in the Worst Way. Okay, I've been TikToking. I've been floating around in these TikTok streets.
I found a story time.
I found a crazy story
nice to meet
time. Okay, one take, Jake, if you could pull this up here.
It's like a freaky ass title though. He caught her in the worst way.
So POV, your wife cheating, thinks she's meeting up with Steve from Bumble. Little does she know, it's actually me.
Fuck you. Okay, babe, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Where are you going?
With Grace.
Yeah.
Grace.
Where are you guys going?
Shopping, I think.
Okay.
About it. Okay. I love you.
Yeah.
Couple hours.
Just you and Grace?
Of course.
So not with Steve, right?
Mad.
What? Who the fuck is Steve?
So you're not meeting with Steve.
This is like a white man's moment right
Steve?
there.
You know what, Zoe? I've been catfishing you past 3 months. The guy that you think that you've been talking to named Steve is actually me. I know everything that you said. I know everything that you want to do.
Is
and
this
I know.
seriously a joke, Zach? Like you're fucking with me, right?
So you're not telling me that you're going by the beach to meet him? You just messaged me about like 10 minutes ago that I'll meet you at the beach.
Are you like going through my phone? You had my phone on the fucking table, Zach.
Honey, I didn't have to go through your phone because you messaged me.
Dummy.
I am Steve. Nice to meet you.
Fuck you.
You know
I
what?
hate you. This is exactly why.
Zoe,
This
people.
is exactly why, Zach. Your fucking insecurities, all this little fucking baby bullshit. You come up with all this shit. You do it on purpose.
Hey, at least I'm saving you some gas money.
And scene.
Because I'm right here.
Talk.
That's some Tubi shit, dog.
You think it's fake?
I don't know, like it's giving a little fake. However, this is a very common situation, you know what I mean? So
Is
like,
it?
Yeah, bro, you'd be surprised, dog.
With the bait and switch, it's actually me who's on the other side, like catfishing your girl?
Girls catfish their guys. Not really as much guys catfishing their girls, you know? Yo, children catfish their dukes and shit. Like I seen the story of like this one like mom grounded her daughter or whatever. So her daughter like catfished her and shit, and then like broke her heart and shit.
Wow.
But yo, these dudes are different. But back to this, like
It's morbid.
yeah, I just mean like cheating is very, very, very rampant, especially these days in age. Like,
Have you guys ever caught one of your like a girlfriend that you're with cheating?
caught
No.
cheating? Nah, that's crazy.
Thankfully.
Why is it so crazy?
That's well, I haven't lived with a shorty like that. You know what I mean? But I couldn't imagine like walking in the crib and the man's giving your shotty the room rum.
No, that's too much. That's
Like, duh, or like your shorty's just on her knees. And then like she just turns around. Oh my, yo,
You're there with the groceries.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm thinking a little bit more of a more covert plan. Like, you know, you sent one of your homeboys and she was going, and then you're like, all right, cut this one off. You never had one of those? Doesn't have to be a red-handed, caught the dick in the puss type shit. You know what I'm saying?
In my adult life, no.
I'm trying to think. There have been moments where like maybe I'm not like super involved with a shotty, but I had like a thing with her. And then I'll see how she's acting around people. And if she's in front of me and like acting a certain way, I'll just like off it.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't really think that counts. However, I had an ex that like had like a fake burner account that she tried to like test me with.
Oh, she tried to test you.
Like she tried to like slide in my DMs as like this like different girl. But I passed the test. So
Okay, so none of you guys have ever been cheated on.
not that I know of.
I've been cheated on in like, but this doesn't really count on like grade 8. You You know what I mean? So like that doesn't really.
Hold on. I feel like there's some trauma that we
Grade
need to
8 is
unpack over
crazy.
there.
No, but I told this story before.
Okay, tell it again.
Oh, I remember this. I remember the story.
But it was even earlier than that. That was like grade 6.
Oh, was it the story with the gal that already
Yeah.
looked like she was like developed type shit, and like all the big mans were running after her?
Oh no.
No, wasn't this the story? Okay, this is what I recall from the story.
I tell too many stories.
The man had a homie,
Mm.
and like one day that homie walked your girlfriend home, and then apparently he greased it, and then he showed Natural the song called "I F'd Your Girl" and she liked it.
Yeah, this guy remembers my trauma stuff. But but since then I've been on it. Like I'm like, yo, I learned from a young age. Are you not getting caught? Like Frank Friday said, with my pants now. Are you crazy? Like that's not happening to me.
So like after that, it was like you started to like not a villain arc, but you were like, all right, I'm gonna start moving differently with the shotties
type shit. And like, but I haven't had that many relationships. You know, I've only had like 4 or 5 like real relationships.
Yeah.
You know, like, so it is possible that one of them probably cheated on me, but like I've never caught
You're not gonna know
type shit. You know,
I've had one girl cheat on me, I guess, for lack of a better term, and I guess it's not really that good. Whoever that girl is, she's gonna know who she is when I tell the story. I was in jail at the time, and the girl who I was with, like, you expect her to hold it down, right? And I was pressuring her one time. Like, I've been in there probably at this point 9 months and shit. Right? Wow. I already did the provincial time, and I was in my Fed time at this point. So I'm in the pen. So I'm probably like 9-10 months in, and I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't catch you after a certain time. Fam, I almost forced the confession out of her over the phone, bro. And then she let me know, like, she kind of yelled it out. I did it.
Really?
Bro, I don't know why I did that to myself, fam. Like, I still had to sit there and do the time, fam. It's not like I'm on roads. I can't do shit about it, fam. I just had to sit with it in my stomach, in my freaking my room. It wasn't a cell at this point because I was at minimum, but like I just had to sit with it, just bubble guts in my freaking cell type shit, bro.
Bubble guts.
It was bad. Never do that, fam. Like if you have like an inkling, like any type of feeling, fam, just allow it, fam. Just let it go.
Like, actually, it's so true because this was like, I guess, just after first year university, I had this like shawty since high school. We were like on and off, but like I took her V's and shit like back then, you know. So she was mine, you know. It was the same baddie that like was overdeveloped, like light skin. She used to have like the bun back when the bun was popping, like she was actually top notch, you know. But I used to cheat on her bare. I would cheat on her enough times, you know. So eventually, like she got fed up, you know, and then she just offed mans, you know. Like she actually, like, you know, those ones where like when she leaves and you know she's actually leaving this time.
Yeah.
So I'm there trying to get her back. I'm trying to get her back. It's not working, you know. Like a few weeks go by, like she starts talking to this next guy.
Oh, bubble guts.
So we end up like talking on the phone one time or whatever, right? I'm like, yo, just show me, like, like I'm not gonna be cheese. I just want to know the truth. Like,
come on, man.
Like you guys did that? Yo, just show me. I'm not. She's like, yeah, we did it. Yo, when she said that, bro, it was
Your
like
stomach sank.
It was like napalm, Hiroshima, everything in one, bro. Steve, like it was, bro.
Why do we ask the questions to the answers we don't want to know?
I'm like, yo, tell me how it happened. Tell me how it happened.
Oh man,
yeah, I was sick.
Okay, I got one more question on the cheating before we get into our pod here. What about the reverse? Obviously, you guys haven't caught the girl cheating, and I didn't catch mine cheating. I just forced her to tell me out of my own torturous freaking idiocy. What about the other way around? Have you ever been caught?
Low key. Yeah.
And how did they catch you? Because they can be crafty, fam. That's one thing. You ain't gonna catch them, but the chances that they'll catch you is very high.
I've been caught via like cell phone while I'm sleeping, like going through my phone while I'm sleeping. You know, one time the worst. This is back in the day, you know, obviously mans were juvenile.
Hold on, before you go. the first scenario, mans were like crickets. Now this guy's like, yo, and the second time, and another one.
Back in the day when I was, my childish ways, I had a big iMac and it was connected to my iMessage. So I'm chilling with the shots, and then she's like, I'm gonna make up a name. She was like, how's like Ashley or whatever, right? And then I look, I'm like, what? And then I look at my iMac and I just see like the Ashley notification, and I look at her and she starts smiling at me, and I was like, yeah.
Like that was your girlfriend at the time? Oh.
She probably the thing is, she probably felt so good for her accomplishment of finding out the shit, but then bad at the same time for what you found out.
Did she leave you or did she stay?
She stayed.
So then why the fuck you asking me?
She stayed for a lot of it, but like there was one final straw where I think she was over it. Like it was kind of like similar situation with you. It's like I took her V's and shit. So it's like, and I would just cheat on her bare for some reason. I don't know what it was. Like
every man has to go through that as a young man. You know what I mean? So you learn what not to do. You know, you have to get that out your system.
And yeah, exactly. And this is what happens with men. It's like we'll have a villain arc, turn a girl into a hoe, and then that'll give us like another villain arc.
Yeah, we mad at her now because we turned her like, fam, it's our fault.
Okay, so the way the shorty caught me was the same way. Like my laptop was connected to my messages, and I left my laptop at her crib.
Oh my god!
And she didn't even know. And I told her, I'm like, yo, I left my laptop in your basement. Just keep it safe. She's like, oh really? And then she went, she got it, blah blah blah. But this,
oh really is crazy.
But the story I do want to tell is the time my Dukes caught me slamming the thing when I was in grade 10. Was I in grade 10 or grade 11? No, I think I was in grade 10. I was going to West Hill. So, okay, so my Dukes was on a schedule where like normally like there's certain times where she wasn't home, you know?
Yeah,
and like we lived in an apartment, but it was like a 2-level apartment, you know? So my Dukes room was at the top. And like my room was at the bottom, and I had my own separate door and everything. It was like man's had their own apartment type thing, you know? So after school, I wheeled this one thing over, you know, like, and she was you know, she wasn't one of my best things, but like she wasn't like bad or anything, you know? She was just like a whatever thing, you know?
Practice thing.
Type shit, you know? So like,
I don't know why I said that.
You gotta get your shots up.
You know, so I'm there, I'm whoopsing the thing in missionary, you know, everything's going good, I'm about to switch it up now. I go to put her in the bacas, but then, I don't know like why, but like I ended up walking towards like my dresser to grab something or whatever, right? And then like as soon as I did that, like my Dukes like opened the door, she's like, hey, I'm about to go grab. And then as she did that, like the shorty was so bent over. Ooh. So the shorty was like fully mooning my Dukes.
Wow.
I'm there like fully peace out. Then my Dukes just closed the door and then she just left. And then
that's traumatic.
we never spoke about it like ever, like even to this day. Like
yeah, I rate your Dukes for just like keeping it pushing.
Hold on. So did you finish after?
It was too awkward still. Yeah. She went home still.
Damn, bro.
I wonder where that girl is today, and if she ever tells a story like from her perspective
on a podcast.
But I feel like now in retrospect, I feel like my Dukes, she was probably like cheese, like, oh, like why are you doing this? But she probably wasn't cheese because it's like, okay, like now I know that my son is, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She's probably like, all right, she ain't so bad.
You know
what I'm saying? I got caught one way and we'll get to our pod, but mine is a little bit old school because I'm old. I went to my girl's crib and she had all of the Rogers bills.
Oh, for real?
So she identified a specific number that you were always in contact with?
At 4 a.m., she had them highlighted.
Yo, that's some PI shit.
Yo, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I walk into the apartment and her couch is just full of the fucking papers, like some kind of super villain or something, bro.
I was podcasting with the shawty.
Oh, man. And the thing is, I know that I'm caught. Like when you're looking at your bill, you're like,
facts.
Call this bitch.
You can't even deny it. You're like 416-686-7222.
Yeah, like every time at 4:30 or 3 a.m. Like, oh.
Did she already know the number?
No, pattern recognition, fam. Like if it's like the same number certain times of the night. It was just like,
Wait, you were out here cheating on the home phone?
no, on my cell.
To be honest,
you used to get all of the information on your bill. Like all of your phone calls used to be a thick ass freaking Rogers bill, fam.
I'm like, yo, it's 4:00. I'm calling my cousin in Pasadena who's sick. You know what I mean? There's a time zone difference. Like, these are my last few times to talk to them. Like, come on. You're actually fucked up for doing this.
The 416 number, right?
Oh, shit.
Come on, fam.
I sent her a phone from... No, I don't know.
Dig a hole. But yeah, man, I was going to say salute to all the cheaters out there. Salute to all the faithful men and women out there, okay? All right? Especially the women. Like, stay faithful. You know, y'all be getting away with everything. Let's get it started here.
Welcome to T.Dot.
Such a classic, fam.
Right.
Oh, shit, man. Big salute to Junior Gong.
Damian Marley.
Yaman. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. We are Box, the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast, Friday Ricky Dread, aka Podcast Poppy, aka Jump Up Rick, aka multiple AKAs. We back over here. We Love Hip Hop Studios, episode 705. We have, after a short hiatus, back in the building. You might see him at the wedding reception, running the ABBA up. You might see him at various locations, picking up a bag, brand dealed up, you know what I'm saying? You might see him on your social media screen running up the motherfucking views, all organic.
Run it up.
We got our political expert back himself, DJ Czar, in the motherfucking building. Let's go.
Sir, DJ Czar, aka Barrel Sound, aka Young Shawarma, aka Cheeseburger, aka Coffee Poppy, aka Zarly Kirk, aka The Ruiner, aka Blueberry Terry, aka Lieutenant George.
Yes, sir.
Back at it like a crack addict.
What's
good,
back,
boys?
Welcome back, brother.
Thank you, bro. It's good to be back. You guys held it down. It was a good episode last week.
Yeah, man. We did our
Sunday,
thing. We did our thing. Well, welcome back, sir. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
Glad to have you back and ready for the hot takes of DJ Czar. And the audience is happy to have you back as well.
The mild takes of DJs.
Stop. He's getting out of him early.
The intellectual takes of DJs are.
We did need you for a couple of them intellectual segments. Though.
Yeah. We ran into a political segment where we were just sounding like, you know what? Before I big up DJ's Natural, we went on a Crolivia Child Glaze Fest.
Oh my God.
And I don't think Natural was equipped with the information to be able to rebut me, bro. I was just like, glaze. And Natural was like, you know what? You make some good points after a while.
You know what, Rick? I'm on your side with this.
Well, thank God I'm back.
You know what I'm saying? So I might try it again later on, all right? If we get it, when we get into some of our city stories, I might glaze Olivia again, so just check me if you have to. All right?
Bro, glaze if you want to glaze. Pause.
Also, sitting next to the DJs are
Jeez.
you might see him at the dance hall running up the jam.
Oh, yeah.
You might see him speaking on panels, you know what I'm saying? Doing his damn thing and giving some knowledge to the youth out there. You know what I'm saying?
TED Talk.
Right? TED Talk, man. You might see him on your social media screens as well, running up the motherfucking views, all organic.
Viral.
We have DJ and content creator extraordinaire himself, DJ Natural Wave in the motherfucking building. Let's go, man.
Another day, another dollar. Shout out the hustlers out there.
Do you pre-make these intros when you're at home?
It's just whatever comes to mind, like at the moment, literally.
You just be freestyling. You know what I'm saying? Well, listen, Natural album dropping soon, man.
Jeez.
And welcome back, gentlemen. Welcome back. And big salute to One Take Jake in the building. Air horns for One Take Jake. Okay.
Sleeved up.
Yeah. Tattooed up Jake. You know what I'm saying? Before we get into anything, I want to salute the sponsors real quick. Starting with Exotic Hot Pot. From high-grade strain to authentic rabbit and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pot is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-Star Fashion. Make sure if you want to get delivery of some of that exotic hot pot here in the GTA, hit up their Instagram page. That's Exotic Hot Pot. Or go to their website, exotichotpot.ca. When you go there, let them know that you heard about them through the We Love Hip Hop podcast, and they'll definitely give you a discount. Also, big salute to Road Ready Detailing. That's over at 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66. You can get your cars detailed, ceramics, wraps, tints, anything that you need, okay? Go over to their Instagram page. That's Toronto Road Ready Detailing, or just go hit the location, 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, Oakdale Road. And yeah, man, just let them know that the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you, and Dusty will definitely give you a discount. One more thing. Also, I want to salute to people who are watching on Kick who are able to see this early. And for the people who are watching on YouTube, just a quick message. You guys who are watching the replay or the edited version, if you guys want to see the live version of the podcast while we're filming it, sometimes we might have to cut some shit out. I suggest that you follow us on Kick. Okay, there's so many different apps. There's a follow or subscribe or whatever. But you could also send some subs. Okay, if you want to see it ad free, and you can get to see the podcast in real time when we record it, and exclusive streams that are only going to be on Kick. All right, so
I like that.
Yeah, man. And for the people who are watching on YouTube right now, hit that like button. All right, you know what I mean, gentlemen. We are getting close to the weekend. I want to ask you guys, what are y'all going to be doing for Caribana, I guess? What's the plans? I want to give a quick minute to give a shout out to Exotic Hot Pots, Canada's loudest brand. From high-grade strains to authentic grabba and all the rolling essentials, Exotic Hot Pots is about elevating your smoking session in true 5-star fashion. If you want delivery, make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page, Exotic Hot Pot, and let them know that the We Love Hip Hop crew sent you. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer! You guys have gigs, different things for Caribana?
All my gigs this weekend are not Caribana related. So I'm just working either at the Strippy or at a wedding. So hopefully I get to experience some part of the festivities either during the day or maybe after a gig.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately this year, not really involved like that.
Have you ever had a bunch of Caribana style gigs, or have your gigs just been in the white world, so you just never kind of overlaps?
I feel like it never overlaps. I guess I've done gigs where I end up spinning dancehall and stuff.
Yeah.
But for the more specialized Caribbean events, nah, I don't get booked. But that's because I'm not that DJ, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, they don't really overlap. There's always something going on. Because doesn't Veld happen in the same weekend?
It is the same weekend.
So I feel there's those gigs too.
Yeah, that's where the whites go when all the black people come in town. It's the Veld. They run over to wherever that is held.
As far as possible.
Yeah. Okay, so you don't got any Caribana gigs. What about you, Natural? I know you got a shitload of gigs.
I have a few. Okay, so Friday, Jab Juve.
Mm-hmm.
That's the biggest Juve. It's gonna be crazy. Normally they do it out, they do it Markham, but they're doing it downtown this time.
Okay.
So I'm kind of excited for that. That's gonna be dope. Ak is doing his show, so we're gonna pop out
Friday
there.
night.
Yeah, that's gonna be mad. And then of course we're gonna be at Caribana. Caribana night, I'm doing 4 events.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm zipping throughout the city. Shout out, they still have the 4 a.m. lock off, So
Really?
yeah, that let me squeeze another event in there,
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so those events, it's gonna be Bashment, that's at Mia Toronto. Jamma Piano, that's at Adelaide Hall, right behind. So that's gonna be easy for me to get to those.
Yeah. It's a walk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Carnival AP, shout out to A.W.O.L, that's gonna be at Lavelle. And also Bumba Roskla is doing an event, Gully Queen, for his people them. But yo, Broski's paid. I'm yeah, fuck it. I'll do a set. I'll do a set,
Yeah. No, that's dope, fam.
And then after that,
and that's in one night?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
So then the Sunday, I'm doing Summer House Party. This is the 3rd edition.
Mm-hmm.
We did 2 before, and they've been mad, so this one's gonna be crazy as well. And then yeah, that's my Caribana weekend.
Holy, that's a lot of freaking jams, bro. You're gonna be moving around, bro.
I like, no, this is the time for DJs to make their bread,
Yes, it's for dancehall or DJs who can spin soca and calypso. It's Christmas, pretty
Facts,
much.
facts.
It's, you know what? We can get into the Caribana festivities. I ain't got nothing going on. I'm just making my documentary as usual. I'm almost done. All right. For the episode that you missed, I'm working on a documentary called Toronto Teen Killers.
Okay,
Right?
that's
So,
pretty good.
Yeah. It's almost done, so it's on the way. Right. Caribana preparations. Right, is what I have as the first thing on the list over here, because one thing, like when you were mentioning all of those different gigs, for Black people who were like into this shit, because some Black people don't give a fuck about Caribana, but most of us who are in the city who are from have Caribbean background, we give a fuck. So it's like a Christmas almost.
Facts.
I was even looking up some of the stats. It makes like $400 and something million for the city every year.
Wow.
Which is crazy. But like I remember mad times just getting like buying mad beers, like the small short cans of Heineken, and stacking those up in the crib, and buying water bottles the night before, and then getting like the garbage cans or whatever buckets that I'm gonna be able to roll, and like preparing for my water run, because I know Saturday I'm taking these buckets of water or garbage cans of water and beer to the lakeshore, and I'm not leaving with less than like $5 to a G.
Yeah, there's enough people getting their vendor thing on, which is dope. It's a good thing for entrepreneurs. It's a good opportunity for them. Preparation I did, I mostly just got drip, because I'm doing a bunch of different events. I'm like, especially for the Jab Juve, that's like a paint and powder one. So like, you don't want to wear clothes that's going to get mashed up, but like also, I don't want to wear no dingy mash up ratty holy clothes, So like, you just buy like a fit, you can just dash away,
And not only that, you got to make sure that you got your cut, your braid up, all that shit like early. Don't be going in there like Thursday night, Friday night, thinking that you're going to be able to just be in and out the barbershop, fam. It's not happening. Or for you as a man who gets your hair braided, if you had to get your hair braided like anytime soon, bro, book the appointment right fucking now, bro.
I'll just call the Shotzi over to my crib and just have her deal with it.
He's got it like that, eh? He's got the hair braiders on deck, fam. Like, not everybody got it like that, fam.
No, that is true.
You might holler at the braider and she's like, fam, are you dumb? I'm booked up, bro. I got like 10 niggas hair to braid, bro.
Facts.
Pay double.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Even back in the days, going to a club, you guys are on the other side, right? You're inside the club spinning, right? Well, sorry, you're not doing the jump up stuff, but same way, right? The people who are coming into the club, bro, they're paying double for every fucking thing that weekend.
I've seen a lot of people complaining about prices. Like, knowing the prices for Redea was like, I think the second tier was like $75.
That's it?
No, like, because it's like still like a newer event out here. Like, it's only been a couple years since they've started, So people is like, yo, why is your chest so high to like think that you could upcharge so much? Because they throw events throughout the year. And it's normally like $30-$40, maybe like a $50.
Yeah.
So it's like, wait, now you got to charge it $80, like.
Yes.
But I know, I agree. Like, they're making their bread, but I'm just saying, like, there's just like a discourse online of people that they feel like they're being taken advantage of.
Bro, that's the thing. Those people, they might not be used to Wagwan, fam, because I'm not surprised, and I haven't gone to a club in a long time. But back when I used to, and I used to go to all of the Saturday night shit on Caribana weekend, I knew I had to either give the bouncer an extra little bread because I didn't have no podcast face card or whatever. And like, I knew I was going to be spending at least $2 before I get into the club.
Really? That's different though. Like, okay, for these people, it's like, hey, I'm buying my ticket ahead of time. Why am I spending a bill?
Because it's Caribana. I feel like it's already locked in. They shouldn't even like, they might be new to this shit because like, how do you not know that?
No, but there's like a lot of like new niggas in the scene that are doing that, where it's like they just popped up and they feel like because it's Caribana they could overcharge. There's people who aren't even Black who, because it's Caribana, I'm just gonna put dancehall in the title and I'm gonna charge $50 and I'm gonna like get a come up off that.
Do you feel like it's the foreigners or the visitors that come here for Caribana that get duped by those events where it's like they just see the word Caribana, so like they're gonna fall for it, whereas the locals are like, yo, you don't even throw parties like that. Like,
yeah, the locals know Wagwan, but like, there is like a lot of people that come in that will get duped. Like, every time I've thrown an event on Caribana, it always sell off,
And are they duped? As long as they have a DJ in there that's playing some shit that they want to hear, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, because like, hey, Jab Jab Juve, like those tickets are like $80 as well. You know what I mean? But at least that's an actual festival where like there's all 9 artists on the bill. You know what I mean? There's all 10 DJs. You're out in the field, paint, powder, like it's a whole
experience.
Exactly, rather than just like pulling up to the club. And then you drop the bill, you didn't even get no drinks yet. You know what I mean? Like nothing even started to go on yet.
So wait, I have a question. So outside, actual Caribana, like what is the club or the after party that is most known where it's like a Caribana related club event?
I really wouldn't know at this point because I don't go out like that. But I know that Sundays everybody used to go to the island after for a big party. I don't know if they still do that. They still do that. But it's like, I don't know who's the promoters who are holding the parties on the island.
This year, there's so many things going on that like, I don't even know if there's just one like staple event. Like there used to be Tsunami, which is like, of course, there's like Tsunami, Jab Jab Juve. There's then there's a couple more where it's like everybody goes. I remember back in the day, there was like Canada Meets America.
Yeah.
You know, and that was like my generation time when like we were like just coming of age and stuff, you know. But these days it's very like fragmented.
Yeah, like okay, Academics is in town, right? And that's on Friday night. I know Lo Shimmy is in town tonight.
Yeah.
Right? So those guys will be in town probably for the weekend.
I seen the club that Ak was at, and I'm like, well, Ak is supposed to be at. I'm like, yo, this is like, it was like some King Street shit though, you know what I mean? So it's like, but it makes sense for him because like he's a celebrity, so he's gonna be in that strip, you know. But like, there's like the more hardcore dancehall spots where like, you know, people will more so go to those, or like there's like the soca part. Like, there's just so many different things going on. Like every club is about to be.
Hold on, you mean not his show, like the appearance club that he's gonna be doing?
Yeah, on the Saturday. Yeah.
Okay. So he already has that booked. I didn't even see that flyer.
Yeah, I seen it.
Right. So I say all of that to say, or the reason I bring that up is because okay, we have these celebrities, and they're big celebrities for now. But once upon a time, like Jay-Z was in town, like Nelly, everybody would come to town for this shit, fam. Like the biggest of biggest stars were in town for some kind of Caribana activity, like some stage show or something. I'm not saying that these guys aren't big stars, but it's not the same.
There's no LeBron James running amok.
Yeah.
But like that still happens. So like Caribana didn't happen yet, so we don't know who is about to touch down. But
yeah.
Throughout the years, like we still get notable people and stuff, you know.
When do you think that we've stopped having as notable people? Like Jay-Z was a big deal when he was here.
Okay, I feel like the promoters started to just like, I don't know, they want to make as much money as possible, you know. So once they get like their go-to act, like I remember there was a segment where they would always book Fabulous. For some reason, like
Fabulous used to be in town all the time.
You know what I mean? Every year, and it's just like, yo, like what deal do you guys have going on? Where like you're always just booking this nigga, you know what I mean? So, but you know, you are right. There has been like a little bit of a dip, but I feel like now they more so go for like the dancehall superstars and the soca superstars.
Yeah. We don't have as big of rap stars that are willing to just come in town and you can book them for like a club appearance.
But I feel like Caribana is already so lit that like we don't even need like celebrity guest appearances. Like it's almost like it should be more local.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the part of the whole reason why Caribana is a dope thing. Because yes, it is local, but you also have all of these people who come from out of town. You see different shotties wearing like matching like outfits and shit like that with like different size booties and shit like that. You're like, where are you from? You know what I'm saying? Or where you from, shorty?
Yo, I have a question. Like in terms of aura, what is the strongest flag to represent during Caribana?
Oh, Trinidad for sure.
You think so?
And I'm not even Trinidadian, fam. Like I could rock my Bajan flag, and I love Barbados, but I know I don't hit the same as like a Trini flag or y'all flag, bro. The Jamaican flag.
Yeah, the Jamaican flag always hits though.
Because girls like they just like Jamaican freshie niggas.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? But those ones hit hard. And the Trinis, they go crazy.
Yeah.
They'll have the flag and some kind of flag outfit, like a red and white thing. Like the gal them, they always have some red and white
Exactly.
jumper type of thing. Like, it's wild. The Trinis really represents. You know what I'm saying? Let me play something for y'all. Okay? Because this is how we used to get ready for the gal them when it comes to Caribana.
2006, there was no Drake, and we had it down to a science. We had different names: Tyjon, Laquarius. My homeboy was Dante. This was a time of year where every girl from Toronto wasn't looking for a guy from Toronto. I mean, number after number. We were racking them up. I had family from Atlanta, so I would just sit with the, hey, what it do, shawty? Worked every time. By 2006, there was no Drake.
It did work every time.
So, like, what's the next step after that?
So, okay, I'm not outside. I need information from you guys.
No, like, our generation didn't do this. So, like, okay, you pretend you're American, you get the number. Like,
and you go fuck.
Like that, okay, but like, let's say you don't smash the same night.
Then that's you throw away that one.
Okay.
You can't double back and be like, yo, shorty, I'm still here in Scarborough or something. Your accent changes all of a sudden. It's supposed to be for the immediate that night. I'm taking that down.
Oh yeah, because like, I'm only in town for the night. Type.
I'm going back to Brooklyn tomorrow, shorty.
That's some Grease summer loving shit.
Yeah.
You know what I should do? I feel like the new version of this is pretending to be from the UK. Just doing an accent. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna have to.
Yes, fam, because I want to know what you guys have been doing over the last few years.
We don't have to lie though. Like I feel like
just being white at Caribana, like the government right. If you could whine a little bit, but if you go there looking like one of the mass murderer niggas, then you're not getting no girl. Yeah, you go there like a trench coat and a backpack and shit.
Nah, you need the slightest swag, girl. All you need is like a sleeveless, some shades.
And they see that you're there with like a few like black people and they're like automatically in.
Yeah, you know what I find like interestingly enough, like let's say there's a white event and there's like a one black person, like everyone's kind of looking at that black person, right? But if there's an all black event and there's like a one white person, like they don't really care.
Nobody cares. It's always that one white girl.
Like it's not like they're staring, like analyzing the behavior. They're like, all right, whatever.
And there's always like 2, maybe 3 white girls in there that, you know, all the man them know from back in the days. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? So you guys never had to do the American flex.
Nah, that's crazy.
When did that stop?
I don't know, fucking before the 2010s.
Must be, fam, because like I'm thinking this guy said 2006, and I remember clearly that still worked.
I remember like in my teens, it was phasing out. So like I didn't do it, but I remember like my older cousins would have been the ones to do it and stuff, you know?
Being Laquarius and the Aquarius.
Saint Honcho Hoodlum used to do that.
Probably.
Well, the old generation of our rappers, when you listen to them compared to now, they all had that like New York swagger.
Facts.
A lot of them had that kind of a Dipset kind of look to them. And, you know, it was, you know, the same style of rapping, literally.
Yeah.
I feel like when you guys were doing it, it was working. And by the time like Natural and I were teenagers,
Instagram existed.
It was known that it was being like faked. You know, it was like a meme already where it was like Toronto man's pretending to be American for Caribana.
Yeah. I think I got that off like maybe 2 times successfully.
The method got patched.
Yeah, fam. That sucks.
Software update.
Yeah.
Fix these bugs and cracks.
Listen to all the old heads out there. If you guys think when you get down to the lake shore that you guys could still run that flex,
It's not going
you know, you might have skipped a few Carabanas and not known about the update. Like, don't Daquan, Laquarius, none of that shit. None of that's gonna work, fam. Just be like, actually say fam, yo, you know, because I think what's reversed is you can pick up the American girls if they know you're from Toronto.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I find that American girls are like very, I want to say open-minded. Like, as long as you have some sort of game and swag, like they don't really care. Like, I don't know. That's what I found with them.
Man, I'm very, before I get off this topic here of Caribana, any knock down any American girls?
Like from Caribana?
Not from Caribana necessarily, but just period.
I've chopped some, but I've never like knocked down one that like I met here.
I did, but she moved here from America, so I'm not sure if that counts.
Like she was here for a while already, like integrated into the Canadian or Toronto system.
Maybe like a
shit.
year or two.
Okay, so she's kind of still
Was
fresh.
she Caribbean or she's like FBA?
Good question. No, she was like Caribbean. She was like Caribbean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's a little different, fam. It's not the same, fam. It's not like their approach is. I'm not gonna just generalize everyone, but a lot of the women, the way their approach is, I don't even know if they jive with Canadian niggas like that, bro. Sometimes it might be a little bit too soft for them.
Now you'd be surprised. Like, the way how we like their accent, like they've rocked with our accent.
Are you sure? It doesn't seem like that online. Maybe face to face with the gal them, but online, every time some American people react to some of our shit, cringe, shut the fuck up.
Those are man them.
Yeah. Somebody told me, yo, go the fuck back to the UK and you don't need to talk. I'm like, bro, is that what you heard? Right? But listen, and salute to all the people who are coming in town for Caribana.
Yep.
After a while of just feeling that vibe and the buzz of Caribana coming into town, or the vibe of it happening, I might have changed my tune. I might pop up.
Now you should.
Yeah. Just to see walk on. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like, if you pulled up to Caribana live streaming, there would be like a swarm of people around you. People would be greeting you like you were like some prophet. It's like, oh, like Friday's here. Like,
yo, you're gonna make my live stream go down, but I'll try. I'll do my best.
Okay, Mama, before we get to topics,
Yeah.
I went to the movies. I went to watch the Oddessy.
oh, how was
You seen
that?
Yeah, it was actually sick. Like, it was actually super dope. Like, I'm not even gonna try to like play it up. It's just very good. Man, should go see it.
You were able to get through the whole 3 hours, and you were like captivated through the whole 3 hours.
Funny enough, I went last night. So I had to do the panel this morning. So it was like 9:00 at night.
Damn.
I'm just chilling. I looked at the times. I'm like, okay, it's at 10:30. I have enough time to go like roll up, like do what I have to do. So by the time the movie was, it started at like 10:30. By the time the movie was done, it was like 1:30, 1:40.
Yeah, bro.
But like, it went by mad fast. Like, it was actually a super sick movie. Christopher Nolan always delivers, though. Like,
Okay.
I don't think it was his best movie. But it's definitely up there. Like, it's like Oppenheimer type level shit.
Really?
Yeah.
Fam, the amount of I've been hearing about this shit, I'm like, I might need to go check this shit out.
No, facts.
Yeah.
It's the only movie I've been hearing about in theaters.
Yeah. I feel
relevant.
like I'm feeling the FOMO right now.
For real.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man, should watch it. What else? What about Spider-Man? Man, I haven't heard about that coming out too.
Nah,
Nah.
fam.
Really?
I'm not a movie guy like that, bro.
Okay.
Or I used to be, but like I feel like movies haven't made me want to go and spend money in the theater like that, bro.
Yeah, there's not as many like must-sees as there used to be.
Yeah.
The two must-sees that I keep hearing about are Obsession and the Odyssey.
Facts.
But I hear Obsession is really good.
And I like Obsession because apparently it was created by like YouTubers.
Okay.
Yeah, so like that is kind of, I guess, setting the precedent for like, I guess, future creators to like get this huge bag, like even like with Jordan Peele, what he did with horror, like it seems like horror is like a good stepping stone from like creators to get into Hollywood,
Yeah. No, that's dope, fam. I think anytime like we might need to get you to give us the movie TV show update.
We
fam.
should have like a weekly film review.
No, I'm not for that. Like
Yeah.
either movies or TVs, because House of the Dragon is going in right now,
Yeah, and I don't know shit about none of that, fam. All I watch is YouTube, bro.
For real, eh?
Yeah, YouTube and listen to podcasts.
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
No,
Okay, so
not even one episode, fam.
So
crazy.
House of the Dragon is like a prequel to that show.
No, I know about it.
Okay.
Right? I know that even like all of the information through watching YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Fam, some of these shows I even know some of the storyline,
Type shit.
right? Because the YouTubers will get back on the YouTube after and be like, oh my God, I can't believe what happened on such and such this week. Like even fucking Love Island, I know what's going on with because I
Exactly.
watch YouTubers who cover this shit.
Exactly.
Yo, this might sound random, but have you seen The Ultimatum?
No.
Okay. It's a reality show. I don't know if you guys like trash reality shows. Like it's one of those shows, like I think it's mildly scripted, but a couple will go, like a bunch of couples go on this show. One
Yeah.
of the couples delivers an ultimatum to the other partner.
I know about this show.
Yeah, I
My
heard about
shorty's
it. I
been
heard
watching
about
that show.
And
yeah.
yeah, I've been watching it. It's actually jokes, bro. Like, cause imagine like switching girlfriends with someone, and now you're dating and you're with a new person. Like, I don't know.
Shorty put you on, eh?
I don't have to imagine.
Honestly, low key.
That's what I'm saying. Those shows don't get into your algorithm without
Facts.
a woman being involved, fam. Usually, there was another one there. Love is Blind.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I was intrigued. Next thing you know, I'm like, I've never watched this on my own, fam. I would never watch that on my own.
The thing is, like, those shows make my head hurt. Like, it actually makes my brain bleed because, like, I love actual cinema and stuff.
Yeah.
However, when I'm with a shawty, I don't know, like, it just hits different. Like, sometimes even when, like, I just land a thing, like, I just don't want Love Island or some shit because, like, the storyline is, like, something you could just kind of pick up anywhere.
Yeah.
And, like, it's just, like, once they start kissing and shit, and it's just very easy to set the mood. You know? Because, like, they're always doing some sensual shit, you
and
know?
they're always half naked.
Exactly.
And I find that, like, when you watch reality shows with women, it's like the commentary that you have while watching it with your
Exactly.
shorty, it like
Exactly.
adds to the experience, right?
Yeah,
Like, you're
yeah,
cracking
yeah.
jokes or you're making comments.
That's very true.
No, salute. I haven't been as tapped in, but low key kind of tapped in. Okay. Did you guys see the J. Cole concert? J. Cole was in town for 2 nights.
Yeah.
Where were you there?
Why wasn't I there?
Yeah, fam, as a resident J. Cole fan.
And
did you know?
I honestly didn't know until I just started seeing it all over my story.
Wow.
I guess I haven't been really interested in listening to J. Cole's music after the whole debacle.
Wow.
But I found it interesting that one, Casper opened for J. Cole, which
Super
is
dope.
huge. You know what I'm saying? And 2, a lot of people went. Like, a lot
Fam,
of
it was
people.
sold out for 2 nights at Scotiabank Arena, bro.
So it
Low
seems
key.
like in the same way that Kendrick was able to sell
Whoa,
out
hold
Scotiabank.
on. No. Kendrick did a stadium.
Yeah,
Didn't Kendrick
Rogers
do
Center.
Scotia? Oh.
Kendrick
Rogers
did
Center.
stadium. 2 nights as well, live.
Yeah, it was 2 nights.
If I'm
It was
not
2 nights. It was
mistaken.
2 nights. But still, same weight. That's still a pretty big feat for somebody who everybody was like, yo, he's out of here. He's not big 3. Somebody who's not a major guy and nobody to really care about doesn't do 2 nights in an arena back to back.
Yeah, it just feels weird. Like, I couldn't imagine him saying, like, Toronto, I love you. Like, even though, like, you betrayed our boy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He did one of the tunes that Drake is on. He just didn't have Drake.
I don't know, bro. It just feels like, okay, when you went to the Kendrick concert, like, was he, like, showing love to Toronto?
No, definitely.
But didn't it feel like kind of inauthentic
but it
knowing
did-
what else he's done?
It did feel vindictive, though. It did feel like there's some grave stomping shit.
Right?
Man, here's the thing. And you know what? Let me show you guys a couple of clips here before we continue this conversation. One take, if you can give me the screen over here. It's kind of annoying because, look, people look like they're enjoying themselves, fam. Listen, look how packed that shit look. Holy. Hold on. Can I get some volume on this? Yo, that's packed to the tits, fam. Like the internet, look at this guy. Or this woman. She's loving it. All right. The reason I want to show you guys that, because to me, that's reality. When you actually see the packed concert, the people who are like the fans of this guy's music who's been listening to it, like, they don't give a fuck about none of that battle shit. They're like, yo, my favorite guy is in town. He might have the Honda on stage because they've been following the whole lore. That's who it's for in the end of the day. There's like, remember we had this conversation before about like the whole internet narrative, but then when you actually go and see what's happening in real life, like, I don't think that shit affected him at all, bro.
It didn't affect him in the sense of he's not going to have any more fans. Like, the man has albums that people like cried to. That some albums save niggas' lives and shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
J. Cole's one of them type of guys, you know? So, of course, he's still going to have his fan base. But it's just like the perception of him in the grand scheme of things. Like, it definitely changed in the sense of like, Kendrick was able to go on like a world stadium tour, and then like J. Cole just kind of like stayed where he was, you know? Like, Even Drake was able to like drop 3 like great albums and shit, like kind of do his thing, and like J. Cole's album kind of didn't really do anything. We're not really seeing much clips from his tour. We're only seeing this because like he's in our city. But what other clips did we see from other tour stops?
It depends on who you're following. I've seen a couple of clips on my timeline, but like I don't know. I follow some different hip hop pages in America and shit like that. So they're like, oh, J. Cole in New York or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I have heard about people talking about it on podcasts. Like, yo, I might go and check that out. But when you actually see the crowds, like people who have taken a hit, they go down in venue. They go from arena to theater. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule, when he took those hits from 50, he downgraded from the stadiums or the places that he was doing.
You know what I think the difference is between those eras is that back in the day, like when there was some sort of like media spectacle around an artist, even though it could have been like generated by the powers that be, it was real. But now I feel like a lot of the internet narratives are like bots versus bots. So that's why like we
Bots
think
versus bots.
yeah, literally. So that's why we think that like these guys are cooked.
Yeah.
But then when you actually see them in real life, it's like the internet narratives don't reflect as much in real life because a lot of it is bots.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And I'm sure like all of those fans, because they're fans of J. Cole, they saw the apology. They know about everything that happened. They don't care, fam. They're just like, yo, his new shit to them is fire. To me, objectively, as a fan of J. Cole, but not like deep enough of a fan that like I'm running to go buy a ticket to see his shit, I thought the shit was all right. I'm sure he has his core fans who are like, yo, that shit, both albums were amazing or both sides were amazing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like at a certain point, once you reach a level of artistry, it's like you stop even aiming to make bangers. Like you only want to make songs for your core fan
For
base.
your core, yeah.
It's like you already got the validation of having like singles that blew up or were charting.
Yeah.
And now you're just like, you know what? I could just make the music I want, which is the type of music that my fans want type, you know?
And like I said before, he has albums that man's cried to and stuff. So at this point, he's like touring based off legacy, you know, like he's not touring because his new album was the best. Like these are people that like, 22 Hills, whatever, Forest Drive was my favorite album. Or like the warm up, you know, maybe he does a mixtape track, Friday Night Lights, you know.
Yeah. You know who, as another example of the internet will make you feel one way, but when he started doing shows again, it was the same? Travis Scott. When there was like the tragedy that happened, the Astroworld tragedy as they tag it now, it's like people were like, he's canceled. He even went around and like his first interview back, people were like, that's garbage. I think it was with Charlemagne. They were like, that's not gonna work. And like from the internet's point of view, you would think like, bro, he ain't doing no more festivals. Like his next shows are gonna be kind of calm. When he finally popped back out, bro, it was just like right back to normal, fam. Big crowd, probably bigger.
But look at the baby.
He got canceled.
Well, I was just gonna highlight that I feel like Travis Scott is like very like protected by the system. Like
the man has a youth with Kardashians and stuff. You know what I mean?
They're gonna make sure that he maintains his influence over America or even just the urban community because like they can use him to push messages. Whereas like the baby was like a little more like out of control, and they're like, I don't know. I felt like he kind of violated their standards.
He didn't break enough ceilings. Like, you know, we always talk about breaking the glass ceiling here.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean once you break the glass ceiling that there's no more ceilings.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like the baby broke the first glass ceiling, and he's like now a famous rapper. Everybody knows his name. He doesn't have to run around with a diaper anymore. But you didn't break the other glass ceiling where you could just say whatever the fuck you want, or some tragedy can happen and you'll be protected. Like the Travis Scott glass ceiling.
No, because even isn't Travis Scott in the Oddessy?
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
So like I'm telling you, it's just like a different level of like influence.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay, and that was the only thing I didn't like about the Oddessy.
the cameo?
Like the man, respectfully, because I can't act either, you know, and I be doing acting and shit. Yo, that nigga can't act, bro.
But do you feel like there was an impact of him being in it that might draw people to the movie, or
it was unnecessary still. But I think it's sick that he was able to do that, you know?
It's a flex.
Because if any man is able to be in a Christopher Nolan movie, you're doing that.
Yeah,
you know?
and it's a flex for his catalog, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm this big of a rapper, and I'm in movies. I have McDonald's meals named
Facts.
after me and all type of shit.
He's
Yeah.
in Call of Duty, like he's in video games. Like I just think he's in that upper echelon where like he can't really get canceled because they will protect his image.
Yeah,
And speaking of torn off of legacy, look at Kanye right now.
Canceled.
And still doing stadiums.
Major stadiums with that freaking big globe and all that, bro. Like every time they show another set of footage of something that he doesn't get canceled from, because nonetheless, he's still canceled. So yes, you'll see footage of him in certain countries and he gets the show off after like 2 other countries told him like he can't come in. You know what I'm saying? But when he finally gets a country that says, yes, we'll let you in, packed stadium 3 nights in a row.
Facts.
So it's like if he got to go to those other countries like the UK, which they told him he couldn't go to,
exactly,
he probably would have done 5 nights in stadiums. Canceled man. It's like it's bullshit, fam. Like, and J. Cole is nothing close to that. Like he just said, sorry, I don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So salute to J. Cole. Yeah, I missed it. We all missed the show, but same way, salute to him. Can I ask you guys about this Syph and the Crook case over here?
Roll Ready Detailing, now open 7 days a week from 8 to 5 p.m. 750 Oakdale Road, Unit 66, specializing in ceramic coating perpetual with warranty, PPF, tints, wraps, vinyl wraps, and hand car washes. Remember, we clean anything on wheels.
I guess everybody's been in tune to everything that's been going on. There was like a grid or a picture of all of the Crook, Syph, and a few other people. Some parents were locked up in this, like they said, the biggest human trafficking case in Ontario history. All right. I covered it on the live stream, but then somebody jumped in my DMs and was like, yo, this right here is why he'll beat the case. Let me pull up the post over here. I posted it on Reddit just so that we could get a better view of it. So this is the pictures from the case itself, but I'll pull over to the comment here. Can you see that from here, Zar?
Yeah. Defense attorneys for the Project Troubadour suspects, including Omar Syph Brooks and Christian de Crook Collins, are demanding full disclosure of the hacking software used to infiltrate their phones. Local police forces have signed strict, legally binding non-disclosure agreements with the private tech vendors supplying the spyware. The police are so fiercely resisting revealing the safeguards or the identity of these vendors, they are bound by internal JTAC rules to completely walk away from major prosecutions and drop the charges rather than risk exposing the software code or limitations in an open courtroom. Defense lawyers use this as the ultimate leverage, pushing the Crown into a corner where they must choose between losing their secret spyware asset or letting the accused walk free.
I posted this in the Reddit. Some people are like, well, he's still cooked, whatever. Can you pull that back up on the screen? Because let me show some of the comments here.
It's like some Law and Order shit, bro.
Bro, I when I saw that, I was like, you know what? I'm reposting that.
Wasn't there a witness?
Well, there was the witness that came forward that basically started the 10-month investigation. It was one of the alleged girls that were being trafficked, they said, that for like 15 years, who came forward, and then they started the investigation from there. But like, people are kind of not buying it, fam. They're like, he still cooks same way, as far as what it shows in the comments here. You know what I'm saying? What do y'all think, man? Because I didn't even realize that was like a technicality that has been run. And they're saying, or this person, this comment, right? And listen, I don't know the source of where they get their sources from. That this is what the defense has been trying to use. Keep in mind, they've been locked up for like 2 weeks. That post that just started rolling around online like a couple of days ago from when we're filming this now, that's just the post that just started floating around on the blogs or the more known blogs. But they had posted this shit on Reddit 2 weeks ago, fam.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So they've been locked up for a while. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's so kind of early to like tell if they're cooked or not.
Mm.
You know, but I don't know. This is like some serious allegations. So like,
Yeah.
even if they do get off on a technicality, like, is the public perception of them gonna be like,
Niggas don't give a fuck. People have been saying in these comments, as long as there's no underage things, and in the news reports, they reported it was 18 to a certain age, right? The public won't care. They'll just be like, oh, they were just some PIs.
Yeah, and the assets that they seized were ranging from expensive jewelry to expensive vehicles.
Yeah, Lambo, nigga.
Yeah, they had like a boat. Like, so I think people will kind of admire the degrees of success they achieved, at least materially, because at the end of the day, it's like people don't really care how you got it as long as you got it, you know?
As long as youths them are not involved, they don't give a fuck.
and that's why society is the way it is.
Yes, you're not wrong.
We're still trading humans for Lambos.
This guy made it sound crazy. And listen,
Trading
allegedly, because
humans?
it's innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yeah, and I'm like trying to generalize it now.
I feel like, though, if you want to counter that, like, at the end of the day, we all kind of sell our physical labor for money, whether it's like being a DJ or like, you know, being a brick mason or a carpenter or a prostitute, you know, like everyone's selling their body for labor in some direct way, at least like if you work like that, you know?
Not the same. And again, I'm glad, let's take this away, okay? For the YouTube audience, I've made a whole new clip. It's not about the Crook anymore, okay? The Crook and Syph, hopefully you guys get through what's going on.
Exactly.
But the whole thing with the HT, because it's such a big thing in Toronto, like a lot of, like, there was a bust that happened like the other day, and I don't even want to mention that because they had a team that had letters and numbers in their name, and I'm trying to stay the fuck away from that. But it's been a thing over here, right? It's not the same, Czar. Like a lot of these girls, they think that they're willingly going into something until they find out what it's really about.
I agree that when it's being forced, then yeah, that's literally like
it's not
slavery.
being forced. Not to interrupt you, it's not being forced.
Or what about like what we we're talking about earlier of like the shorty that wanted to go on stage at first, but then when she got on stage, she realized that this isn't exact. So like, what if I was down, but like I want to get out the game now, and then like she can't get out the game, you know? Like,
yeah, that's not good.
That's the difference from like us saying, you know what, I'm gonna be doing this job. I fucking hate it or whatever, but like it pays me to. I thought I was doing this job that I'm, you know, thought they were gonna like until they found out, oh, I got to do this, and I don't get to keep my money.
You could quit anytime, like a regular job.
Fam. I was looking into this, fam, because it's been something that's been popping up on the news. I found this girl on TikTok. Okay, been TikToking.
Jeez,
right? This girl broke down how these girls get involved, and she showed a picture. I'll pull up the post, but she showed a picture of like two, you know, what's conventionally unattractive men, right? And am I logged in? Yeah, she showed a picture of two conventionally unattractive men. And the thing is with that is if these guys, she's like, how would these guys get these girls? Right? And then she broke down all of the whole how it happens, right? Hold on, let me log into my freaking TikTok. Oh, there we go.
If you live in Canada, then you.
So I'm gonna show you what Shorty had to say. It's a little bit longer. I'm gonna play like 2 minutes of it, but like when I was on the way down here, I was like, oh, she's giving away the sauce.
Probably saw this guy and this guy. They were arrested for sex trafficking. And I know so many people are going to look at their pictures and be like, how the fuck is it possible that
I'm clouding their pictures in the repost.
Were able to even find girls to sex traffic? Because in Canada, sex trafficking is a lot different than in the United States, especially in Toronto, because sex work is legal here. So sex working here does not mean that someone is being kidnapped and taken away from their home and held against their will or nothing like that. It could simply mean that someone that's older has convinced someone that's younger that making money through sex is very, very good. It's a good thing. It's going to help them. It's going to change their life, all these things. And then they give them all the resources they need to make that happen. and they take a cut from it. The reason you would consider that sex trafficking is, one, the girls are underage. Two, they don't know what they're actually getting into. They're being lured into something. They're underage. They do not have the brain capacity to accept an offer like this. And that's what makes it sex trafficking. But I think a lot of people would be questioning how males like that can get girls to
This is where she breaks it down.
Work for them. And this is something I really, really want to express to the younger generation, especially all the women, because it will not be men like that approach you. It will never be men like that approach you. It will be a girl that they know. And this girl will message you, or she will you'll get a random girl that starts messaging you, likes all your pictures on whatever social media, and kind of plays up to want to be your friend. She becomes supportive. She seems like a really good person, and her interest is being your friend. And at first, she will be your friend. She may let you know what she does and that she works, but that's separate from you guys and your friendship. But while you're friends, you will see the benefits of what she gets. She'll usually have her boyfriend driving you guys around. She'll bring you into her life, and you will never pay for a single thing. Your food will be free, period. Any activity that you guys do together, she will pay for it. To you, it seems like you just made a really cool friend. Like, oh my God, I just made a really cool friend, and she has money, so she really doesn't mind spending it. Sorry, I covered my microphone, but I was saying there is going to be a time where this girl brings the offer to you about this lifestyle and wanting to join it. And in a way where it's like, you can get all this money and you won't need me anymore, and you can create your own life, and it's a great story. Now, this will be an amazing opportunity.
Okay, so I'll stop there because it kind of goes from, all right, now you're independent, and next thing you know, you're actually working for an organization, and this is how they get scooped up and put into these things, fam. Mm-hmm. I kind of already knew, but like the way that she broke it down, I was like, bro, a lot of these gal them are helpless especially if they're already promiscuous.
But her emphasis was on underage.
Yes, I wanted to pause the video, but I was just letting her cook. I think that also applies for the ones that are still underage, like 17, then they get into the 18, 19-year-olds, and then they're above the age. Their brains are still not developed yet. They're still dumb gal, bro.
Yeah, like I know these shotties, they're like early 20s. But like they're trying to make some quick bread or whatever.
Yes.
They ended up bringing some luggage over to another country, did a couple of those runs. One of them ended up getting knocked. You know what I mean? And she got serious time, bro.
Yes.
And
overseas?
And I think she got the time here.
Oh, okay.
But like they don't really understand the ramifications of what they're doing, you know?
Fam, when you were like 21, 20, you were more open to trying a thing. So do you don't think the gal them are the same way? Especially the ones that are they've been fucking since they've been like 15. They're like, and I'm not trying to victim blame anybody. I'm just saying how it happens.
Okay, but what's the difference between someone who, let's say, sells drugs, but is like under the influence of their community or a gang? So it's almost like they don't know what they're doing, but they're willfully doing it, but they're making other people money.
Yeah.
Like,
it's the same thing.
Is it the same thing? Because one of them, like HT, is seen more as like a victim-based crime, where it's like, oh, this person's being held against their will, whereas like someone who's like drug trafficking, it's never linked to like a group or an influence.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to get with the Missing Toronto Boys or the Missing Toronto Black Boys organization. They're trying to get that to be looked at as HT now too. Besides like the whole recruitment and the G-rooming of these young guys to bring them OT and all that. Like that, look at that as human trafficking as well as, okay, those are just your runners. It's because you're doing the same as this with some young gal. You know what I'm saying? And even younger for some of the men, the missing boys, we're talking about 15-year-old missing boys. But with the gal, this is happening with underage women as well, right? But like, so Shorty is right. Like, in like, it's not just like a bunch of 18 and 19-year-olds that are getting fandagled by different girls.
Because like, okay, let's say a man has a program. Every shorty's above age. Like, let's say this has pure 30-year-old things. You know what I mean? Like, you think if one of the shorties get nabbed for like prostitution, you think the PI would still get caught with the HT charge? even though like all of his shorties were like
It depends.
30 plus. And
If
like,
she snitches, like I feel like they'll come to her and they'll be like, "Are you working for someone or are you doing this by yourself? Because if you point us in the right direction, we can let you go." Type like,
Yeah.
or she'll just hold it down and just eat the charge.
And also, you're giving a real hypothetical. Like, how many stables that you know that like everybody's 30 plus, or they have like the majority's 30 plus. You know what I'm saying? More times like the bottom bitch is like 30 plus and everybody else is like 20, 21, 19.
yeah, when I was DJing at a strip club, I'm not gonna say which one.
Mm-hmm.
Most of like the prime, like, ripe, you know what I mean? Like the fresh hours, like mans are going for those, and then like the 30 was like. When I go to smoke a spliff on my break, they're out there dragging their cigarettes too. You know what I mean? Like,
voice all raspy.
I
don't know. I'm not getting no looks tonight.
It's like, you don't know why you're not getting no looks, girl.
Them titties are sagging a little bit too much. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna call it a night.
Call it a night.
No, but it bees like that, fam. Like, fam, as a man who works in strip clubs and stuff like that, like you see. This is why I don't be in a strip club like that, because what am I going to go in a strip club and get a lap dance from a 21-year-old? I'm 50, bro. Or I'm 51. You know what I'm saying? Or am I going to go for the one that Natural's talking about? The you know what I'm
Been
saying?
doing this for too many years.
Right? She's in her 30s or going towards 40s. You feel me?
That's crazy for a 30-year-old chat.
Well, you know how rap is a young man's sport?
No, exactly.
Like hoeing and dancing is a young girl's sport, fam. You don't want no old bitch in the club.
I think if an older lady is like done up well and like takes care of herself, she can compete with the younger girl.
Yeah, but that's the person who owns the club is like not like, okay, you know what? I think you could compete.
There's only one Bernice.
Yes.
But yo, what I will say is it's kind of like in sports. Like when you're younger, you can rely on your athleticism.
Mm-hmm.
And as you get older, you rely on like your intelligence and like making the right moves because you don't have that first quick step. So you gotta like the older women have better game. Like they'll know how to talk to a man better.
Yeah.
So like just because they don't have the youth that might be appealing, they'll make their personality more appealing, or they just have more psychological understanding.
Yeah, but if I own the club and 5 of y'all walk up, I'm only picking one. And then I'm going to go pick 4 young girls. Get the hell out of here, the rest of y'all old foots.
Zara's going to have to walk up with the shorty like, but you have to remember that she has the wisdom and stuff that the other...
That one with the titties that are just standing up on their own.
She's all up here. It's all up here. You would never know, but it's all up here. Right? No, she's smart. She's a smart one.
So I say that to say, like, you know, I don't want to give up too much game, but it's out there. Like you can literally look it up on the internet. This girl's giving up mad game. Enough of those 20-year-old, 21-year-olds that are working in the club and probably do extras and all them, they're spoken for. They got somebody, they're in some kind of program. Yes, there's a lot of independent chicks. I've been around the clubs back in the days. But a lot of them are fucking spoken for, bro.
And there's a lot of Ghislaine Maxwell's in the sense of like a man will use his top thing to like recruit other things.
Yes.
That's usually how it goes.
Yes.
Because it's easier to build that trust woman to woman. And then if she sees how happy this woman is with her man and she's like, yo, you should join us. And sometimes there's like a sexual element towards it too, where it's like, oh, we have threesomes, this, that.
Yes. And then boom, she's in, bro. But you can't mold a freaking 28-year-old with that type of shit, fam. That's not easy, fam. If I'm the person who's like the PI or the bottom bitch, that's too much effort, fam. Go find me a 20-year-old to put that, and then it's gonna be way easier. You know what I'm saying? It sounds bad and crude, but this is the reality that what's going on in the world, fam. And it's kind of crazy, fam. You know, besides Toronto being into it or whatever, like it's a crazy existence.
Do you think it would be like, I don't want to use the word easier, but do you think it would be easier if they kind of like made it legal in the sense of like they had like oh you could go to this, like, you know, they have dispensaries.
Yes,
it's like kind of like Amsterdam, you know.
That's the problem. Bringing it back here, bringing it locally, it is legal. She said it in the beginning of her thing, and I remember that becoming a thing. Like they kind of legalized it to try to prevent the PI game like that. Right?
No, I mean like in the sense of like a man could open up a shop and like sell pum out the shop.
I think that's a little bit too legal. But they have legalized prostitution in Ontario.
But like, you don't think that would make things easier? Like, she'll be able to like sign a contract. You know what I mean? Like, and then there'll be like stipulations of like regulations,
health
and
inspection,
you know,
and like government regulation. They pay taxes. The government can make some money off it, so it's not a black market. Like
this is happening now.
I honestly think the reason why they're cracking down on HT so heavy is to gradually like introduce a like legalized form of it, because I don't think it's strictly legal right now. Like, I think purchasing sexual services is still illegal. I think selling it is not illegal though. It's weird. It's like
it's a weird.
It's like a gray area. But like in Amsterdam, there's literally like a street you can go to, and like the women are literally in the windows, and you go in there, and like you can pay with debit, or you know what I'm saying? Like
the thing is, this is why we have so much here from what Shorty was explaining in the TikTok videos, is because of the legalities that we do have. And I'll look up the exact legalities in a second. But because they changed that, and I remember them changing that in the 2000s and something, okay? Once they changed that, I think more men started becoming PIs here in Toronto.
Because it's like, okay, I can't be your PI per se, but if you go out on your own accord and you do it and you just happen to give me bread, then, you know, so they're probably looking at it like that. But then the shorty eventually caves and says, oh no, he's my pimp.
Okay, let me pull this up on the screen so that we can be speaking with some facts here. Thank you, Jake. So can you get that for me there, DJ Czar?
Yeah, in Ontario, prostitution itself is not illegal in the sense of selling sexual services as a private exchange, but many related activities are criminalized under Canadian federal law, which applies in Ontario. So short answer, selling your own sexual services, generally not directly illegal. Buying sexual services, illegal.
Like y'all were saying.
Communicating in public for the purpose of selling sexual services in certain circumstances, illegal. Receiving a material benefit from someone else's sex work, procuring or advertising sexual services, often illegal depending on the facts.
So there's a more gray area now, but actually selling it as like just on its face, they're saying now is not illegal for a girl to do.
Nah, this doesn't make sense, bro. Because how could you sell it legally, but if I buy it, it's illegal? Like, how does that transaction work?
It's like half of your transaction is illegal because you have a buyer. So you're breaking the law by selling it, because in order to sell it, there has to be a buyer.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a tricky thing.
But it's also kind of...
It's a setup thing.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's kind of hard to argue in court, because like, what if it's a situation where, you know, a woman wants to have sex with this guy and this guy wants to gift her? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not illegal to gift someone and not have consensual sex. You know what I'm saying?
I think you opened up where the jackpot is, bro. The sweet spot where a lot of men are like, nah, fam. I didn't tell her to sell that, bro. It was an exchange where like he wanted to give her money.
I gave her a gift. I gave her a monetary gift, and she rewarded me.
Yeah,
with
they're in a relationship.
Services. Yeah, we exchanged in a mutual, consensual exchange.
Just send over the Bitcoin, dog. You know what I mean? Okay, just send over the Bitcoin, dog.
Yeah. No, it's just there's a lot of gray zone, and I feel like this is for educational purposes. I feel like we're having this conversation because a lot of people don't have the conversation about how much HT is actually happening in this city. It's not like a little thing, fam. Like, I've realized that even over the years of podcasting, how many men that are involved in it, and then how many women who, and I'm not trying to out any rappers or anything, okay? Just relax, any of them out there. But a lot of the gal them who front facing, they're like industry music or whatever, and then like, they're just like, fuck it. I sell fronts or whatever. I dance or I do OF or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, the game is like very deep over here.
Yeah, I would say we live in one of the sex work capitals, low key. Like, in the world, like,
yes,
Toronto is pretty popular for that stuff. And like, we have imported women from everywhere. And
that,
you know, I think it is an issue here. Maybe not an issue in a negative sense, when there is a liberating aspect to it, because I'll meet women whose like lives have changed because they're strippers and they're able to have some sort of financial freedom and independence. So I'm not going to demonize the whole thing, but I do think that there is a lot of coercion and underage women involved.
Yeah.
And that's where it gets kind of like
it's
shaky.
I think there should be a red light district because like not only for like the women to have like a safe place to operate, but like for even certain men where like, you know, maybe they don't get yelled, or like maybe they're deformed in a certain way, or maybe they have like a certain deficiency, or like, you know, and like they could have a spot where they could go get their thing off legally and like everything's safe and square, and you know.
Yeah, I would support a red light district. I mean, only because it's already happening illegally, so you might as well legalize it and make some money off it
and make it safer.
Yeah, because I feel like before they legalized Kush, they were cracking down on like everyone for Kush. Like even if you were caught with like a little bit, you know.
Yeah, it's just I can't see a legalized version of that with gentrification happening at the same time. Just a brothel at the corner. And
instead of Friday Shorty looking up the phone records, we're looking up your debit records.
Well, why were you at this thing shop? Why were you over there?
Yeah, how many nights have you gone to that place? Holy. Okay, this brings us actually staying on crime, but rap. Okay. The whole 2015 to 2018 class of rappers, and this is also off the heels of the Crook with his case, are locked up, fam. I have a list written down here. The Crook, Doovie, Biz Loke, Pangs, I think he's home, but like he's on his halfway house shit, but he hasn't dropped music since like the reports of him being home like maybe almost 2 years ago now. Tizzy Stacks, Rolex Homie, and Young Lava. That's just what I just remember just when I was just reading my list, okay? And these guys are all like in a certain age group, like in their early 30s. Some of them are getting to their mid-30s that we're seeing from reports and stuff. Like, so that whole class of rappers that are like for the street rappers, the boy them just sweeped up off of the street, bro. Like, even though like they had criminal activity or whatever, some of them allegedly, all that talent, bro, boom, gone.
Grand opening, grand closing.
Kinda, because some of them had a run. Dizzy Stacks had a little run. And then he caught an M, bro, and like he's gone for life.
These guys were rich off non-rap. Like, that's really what the reality is, and that's why all these guys get bagged, because that wasn't their primary income. They were making what seems like a good amount of money doing their criminal activities, allegedly.
I was potting today. Okay, keep going, bro.
So it just highlights the reality. Talent is honestly like, I don't even think it's like 30% of it. Like, talent is important.
Yeah.
But if you're not able to monetize it, if you're not like focused on investing in it, and if you're unable to like escape your illegal activities, like it's not going to take you that far.
Yeah, but like even look at the names I named. These guys all had like moments, like, and they all are very talented. I didn't name just the people who are just okay. I found a list of people who had like really good music when they're on road.
I think for them, Czar is kind of right, but like I think they were investing in it because they had the actual funds too, you know. So like they can make a sick music video and have sick cars in it, you know what I mean, and show bread and stuff, and like that helped with the image, you know. But the way how they went about it, of course, like caught up to them. I feel like back in the day, the men who were actually like making the bread like that, they weren't front facing on the camera. They were more so funding the artist rather than funding themselves as the artist. So like when like the Don goes away, like the artist is still on the road, and hopefully he already caught a spark, so he could like return the favor now and help the Don get out, you know?
Yeah, and it's hard to get away with that, I feel like, in Toronto. Like to be like the street rapper who you see with all the girls in the video, the cars spinning around in the parking lot and all that. Like automatically when the boy them see that on the screen, they start doing an investigation.
Yeah.
And then they like come to take down your whole team. Like with Biz Loke, I remember sitting in the courtroom for one of Top 5's hearings. And I told you guys the story about the judge using the Biz Loke and the Egg West Crip gang as a example to shoot down the prosecutor, right? But like it reminded me, like, yo, they tried to take down their whole gang, fam. But it was like, yo, you guys were visually out there so big in the scene. Pause. Like your videos are running up, everybody's like vibing to you on Instagram, and then it's like while that's happening, police are just taking notes, fam. And now all of these guys, and then there's guys who obviously went and caught bodies and did whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what you guys have to deal with. But like 3M French, salute to him, before you get to Natural. But keep that thought. 3M French, he's still here, but he had to deal with some shit behind the scenes that kind of slowed down his trajectory. So now, like, he kind of, and he still has his core fan base, but like, incarceration could have took him out too.
I'm thinking about the American rappers that, because enough of them got locked up too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say Pooh Shiesty didn't get locked up again. Even though he was fresh out, he would still be able to tour the 50 states, like, given permission from his probation officer that he was like dicking down, so he would have been able to do that, like, so even though they could go in and out of jail, they're still able to have a thriving career.
Mm-hmm.
If you go even in jail one time, depending on the charge, it's like 60% of your audience is inaccessible now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, how are you even gonna like thrive as a rapper, like fresh out?
But the thing is, and I think we need to remember when we're talking about America, right? You mentioned Pooh Shiesty. Okay, where is he from again? I forgot where Pooh Shiesty's from, right? Louisiana or what's one of them fucking places, right? Then there's all these other guys that we have examples of in America. We're talking about one fucking city. You know what I'm saying? So if we're gonna do a 1-by-1 comparison, we have to compare it to like one city in America where you guys like that we could say they came from, like maybe a Chicago. Then obviously, okay, maybe Chicago has more people from their underground rap scene that are going through the same thing, but we can't do it compared to the whole freaking country.
That is fair. And also, I'm thinking about the New York drill scene. Kind of like the same thing happened to them.
Pretty much.
We're like K-Flock. I don't remember the fat guy, but
Memphis. Thanks, Shice, bud. Yeah,
but there's like a fat New York rapper. I don't remember his name, but he even got. But I think Donald Trump bigged him up. Yeah. In the comments, they'll know who I'm talking about.
Oh, Chef G.
Yeah. Chef G.
Yeah. No, he's on road.
He's on road now.
Yeah, but he's just not popping anymore because I guess going in and out just killed his trajectory.
So I feel like the drill scene as a whole, like we kind of seen the ramifications of it. Like, yes, it was a nice moment, but we all seen where it was gonna go. So I don't think it's that surprising.
Yeah. And are these names that I just named here, and I'll give you guys the names again for the people who might be just popping into the premiere or whatever. The Crook, Doovie, Bizloke, Pangs, Tizzy Stacks, Rolex Hami, Young Lava. And I feel like I'm forgetting names of people who are like prominent rappers that people are waiting. Like Burner Bands just came home, right? He dropped a music video, and I think the song's fire. It does not hit in the same fam. This nigga got a gold plaque. But that 5 years away, the game changing, like they literally took out like, when we were talking about the freshman classes the other day, they took out like 2, 3, or maybe even 4 classes when you even include somebody like Doovie or even BCS or BCF Bunna.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He's like in the new gen, like, all right, he's out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like almost like a fast track to jail when you start getting popular from rap.
And these are only the mans that went to jail. When I mean, considering the mans that like dropped out.
Fam. Prominent ones, fam. I won't even start from the most popular, like NHS JJ, who was making great music, drop out. Then we can get to like Houdini and Smoke Dogg and Bully and all these different guys. Fam, like that's a whole, when you take from when they started getting popular, that's like a whole part of the freshman class gone.
It's like our scene kind of self-destructed in a way, like from within, whether it was like local polys or law enforcement, like our scene kind of just like imploded.
Yes, fam.
But like what else was gonna happen?
They could have got famous and just went on to have like what Casper got going on. Like he's one of the ones who made it out.
One of the few. It's only him, Pressa.
Yo, that's fucking spooky, fam. Like, it's like, who else? Smiley.
Boondog, YG.
Right? For the most part, because YG, he's had his shares of in and out of jails too.
Benji.
But like, Benji, yeah.
What's the other guy's name? We had a few people that made it out. And like,
when we say made it out, like, Because I'm talking about like at least press made it to America type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Casper is on his way.
Yeah, yeah. He got the deal. Now he's able to travel and have the security and like the rapper shit.
Like the man just opened for J. Cole, you know, pause.
Yeah.
Respect to the other guys you mentioned. I think Benji's doing some good stuff as well, but it's not on that level. Yeah, Killy got a spark.
Over.
Yeah, but Killy wasn't like in the same category of rappers. Like he wasn't like, going at ops or like,
he did get arrested.
He did.
Yeah, but he got arrested on some rockstar shit. Right?
Yeah, like
I think it was like coke possession.
You know what I mean?
Like him blowing up. Like I'm talking about the rappers as, like I was explaining before, as you guys start gaining popularity and showing us all these stacks in the video, now the cops are like, where the fuck you get that from? Like, look what happened with Sav's crew the other day. They took down his whole crew, fam.
Facts.
And then they said in the press conference, yo, you guys are we can see you guys flashing means from illegal means in your videos and on social media. So like they're literally, as soon as they start seeing these guys get popular, you got a poppin' TikTok song, they're like, okay, let's check the comments. Let's go and do freaking phone taps. Boom, you're out of here. Those rappers, Killy, when he was coming up, as they see him wearing the fashion and all that, feds ain't investigating shit.
Yeah, because like I'm not even a rapper or anything, but when I did my website where I was selling the music packs, whatever, and like I ran it up that summer, I ended up buying like a BMW, and I remember like I'll pull up certain places and like certain like elderly white women would be like, almost like, how did you get that vehicle? And I'm like, what the like what do you mean? How did I get that? Like, how did you get your car? You worked for it, right? Like, but you're right. When especially these rappers pull up with ski masks and like stacks and shit, it's like
with the crew in the back.
You know what I mean?
Luxury cars, ice,
yes.
Tens of thousands of dollars of jewelry on them.
It's a countdown. It's literally a countdown.
Yeah.
It's as they start gaining more views on YouTube and wherever, and they're like, okay, next video. The cops are like literally pocket watching them, doing their investigation, and then there might be a countdown, let's say within a year or so, where they get latched for the operation that they do, or somebody fucks up and shoots somebody, and then they just get to fast track the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a sad existence. Okay, couple more things. Staying on that, actually. You know that bail reform bill that we were talking about? It's a law.
It went through.
Sound effect. Right? It went through. But we do all these stories, we pod, like we have all these different topics. I mean, it went through like a month ago or almost a month ago. We just missed the launch.
So what was the law again?
Okay, so I'm gonna play it because they wanted to just get tougher on all of these different laws that they were just letting people out for.
Oh yes.
Right. So let's
bail
play
is
this.
now tougher to get in Canada.
So this is courtesy of City News. Let's get to it.
Canada for people accused of a crime. Bill C-14, the Liberal bail reform bill, has received royal assent and is now law. The Attorney General and Justice Minister saying it's now up to provinces and judges to carry it out.
Provincial governments were some of the first demanding the federal government make these changes. They know that there's going to be an obligation on provincial governments to run provincial systems, but they're still asking us to make these changes because they believe it's going to promote public safety.
C-14 makes bail harder to get for repeat and violent offenders, forcing suspects to prove they deserve pretrial release. Courts are required to consider more factors at bail hearings, including if the alleged crime involves random violence or if the accused is involved in other cases. Punishments are also toughened up, with consecutive sentences now required for violent auto theft, break-and-enter, extortion, or arson, as well as for repeat violent offenders. Sentencing will also need to consider if the crime was committed against a first responder, transit worker, or involves organized retail theft. But for conservatives, this is not enough.
Yes, C-14 did something. It may have taken a small step. We don't want to take a small step. We want to solve the problem. You still have the remnants of Bill C-75 that deal with release on the least onerous conditions. You also have Bill C-5 that allows people who do drive-by shootings to serve their sentence on house arrest.
Our worry is we're heading toward a system where you're innocent.
Okay. So This, and I'll keep that on screen. I just want to see exactly when this is from. A month ago. This is a law, fam. We're not even thinking about, should we, shouldn't we be? They've initiated this now. So, consecutive sentences. One of the things that stood out is the retail theft thing. All those kids that are smashing, all those smash and grab that we were seeing over like the Christmas time, bro, they're fucked. They're not coming out.
Hey, the way how I felt then is the same way how I feel now. I don't know. I'm kind of for this, like it was very lax for a long time, like so. Yeah, hopefully, I don't think this is gonna be like an immediate change. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think there's gonna be lasting effects.
Well, it's still on every province to enforce it still, but it's a law now.
At least where we at.
Yeah, it's a federal law. So now each province has to do their part.
Okay.
Right? Or people complain. There was a shooting at the Salsa on St. Clair. Right? What are we gonna do? These kids, they shoot up the place and then we lock them up, but then the judges let them out right away. Now, if you got a consecutive that you got to think about rather than a concurrent sentence, you might think twice about shooting up a fucking festival.
Yeah, but I think Canada is still generally seen as very lax on crime, even with this like bail reform. It's still like Canada.
You think like they're just pandering to the public?
Yeah, like I think it's almost like the liberal government's way of like appealing to the conservatives of the country who feel like liberals are too soft on crime. It's like, well, we toughened up on our bail reform, so you can't say that anymore, and that will prevent repeat offenders and this, that. So let's see. Hopefully it prevents more crime and we can have more adequate punishments, because if we want to run a society, like we got to have laws and stuff in place at the end of the day. Like people can't just be doing whatever.
I had a veteran growing up. He did a very heinous crime. I'm not going to say what the crime, because like literally once I say what it is, everyone is going to know what it was. It was one of those ones that like made the news, went viral, and you know what I mean? Like it was one of them ones. Like broski went crazy, Didn't see him for like 10 years. Remember when you were doing like the pop the balloons with Snoopy and stuff?
Yeah.
I started seeing him around or whatever. Like randomly, he's like, yeah, like I did my thing in there, blah, blah, blah. And the man got out or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I was seeing him like consistently for like a few months. All of a sudden, I'm not seeing broski again. Broski committed another heinous crime.
Oh my God.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, yeah, like I don't know, like how I feel about having these, like I don't know, bro.
You feel like they're not learning enough from the experience?
Yeah, and I feel like if they have a consecutive, like, yeah, you should hold them for a little longer.
Yeah, well, if they have that, they're facing that, they might think twice, like, oh shit, like they're not gonna give me 15 for this case and 15 for the next case and run it concurrently. Like I'm gonna have to do 30, like the American niggas.
Yeah, that's what Taxstone had to do, right?
Yeah, like that term football numbers, you can't have that in Canada because of the concurrent sentences, right? So it's like, okay, you give the man 3 life sentences. Okay, that's 25 years, and then he can come home maybe on parole and do life parole. That's still just only 25 years. In America, they'll give you 75 fucking years, bro. We want you to never see the light of day. Like they're trying to send a message. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't practice that here. It's not like it's never happened, but we don't practice that here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Which encourages a lot of people to get into a lot of shit. And then, let me try it again. That wasn't that bad. I was hanging out with the man them. I ran the range. I had the phone all the time. I know niggas who brag about their jail experience, fam. They act like it was a fucking party.
Yeah, I could hold a 3. I could do a 4. I was like, what do you mean you could do a 4? Like
What?
4 years? Think about all the stuff you've done in the last 4 years, dog.
Oh my God.
Bro, there's a man and he watches this show, but I met him in jail. And I met him when he was like 19. So he was like literally just coming off of YO time and then like getting into big man time. And he told me like, yo, it's cool. I got another couple bids in me. And that shit, and like I've told this on the pod, but I don't give a fuck. I'm an old man, tell the same story again. Right? that shit hit. It was profound to me, bro. It's still sticking with me to this day. That was back in like 2010. But like, bro, that mindset, like, oh, I'm only 19. I can just do a couple more of these. Like, bro, you're ready to do time till like you're in your 30s, and then you're like, okay, now let me get serious. Nah, bro, that next time when you get caught at 28 might make you gone till you're like 55.
Yeah, but for a lot of these people, they don't really see. Because I'm thinking like, yo, mans don't want to like travel and stuff. Like, mans don't want to see the world. Like mans don't have bigger ambitions. But
no,
it's true. Like, I didn't even really consider that until like I dated that shawty who was a lawyer, and then like we would take beer trips together and stuff because like that's what she was doing on a regular. But like that just wasn't really like a thing to me, you know.
Yeah.
So like, I'm like, okay, like this is actually money well spent because you're getting new experiences. Like for my first 18 years of life, all I knew was Toronto, you know? So like, you don't really, like once you see different parts of the world, it changes your perspective. You kind of like change as a person, you know?
Yeah, you're like, alright, this is actually kind of fun. And I don't got to look over my shoulders. Like, fam, like my little baby time, I've met some really interesting characters, fam. Like I met one guy, they used to call him Masari, right? If you've seen this, salute to you. Because he looked like Masari.
He's like Arab?
Yeah. And he's, in my mind, you bag mad gal. Like you have the green eyes, ting paws or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like when we were talking like about like, you know, trading gal stories, I'm in my 30s, so I already got to smash down mad things. I never had to do no long time. This nigga is like, fam, I've been doing time from like a while, bro. I only have like maybe like 4 bodies. And I was like, and the nigga was like 24 at the time, 25 type shit. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But like, if you're in and out of jail, man, be home for like 4 or 5 months. They get back in. Fam, the Crook, salute to him, right? His new court case is only like 9 months after his last one. I only realized that when I was going through the YouTube thing, and I was like, wait a minute. I was just reporting on the shit with the judge 9 months ago.
With the heist?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, this is like a regular thing, and not just him, but like for enough man, like it's just like, yo, I've been home for like 9 months, so yo, I did it. Bizloke, same fucking thing. Everybody thinks Bizloke's run was like 2 years, bro. It was like 9, maybe 10 months tops, bro. I realized that when I was putting together the documentary.
Mans have families and stuff. Is like, okay, they get out the bin. What are they gonna do? Just rap? You know what I mean? Like, mans have kids to feed and shit.
If they catch a youth, like if they make a youth in that short space of time while they were on road, fam, this is what y'all are getting, fam. Like, mans are not like, yo, I've been home for like this amount of years. I had a kid with this girl, and then the kid got this old. Like, nah, fam, I've been home for 8 months, got a girl pregnant, now I'm in jail. Yeah. Came back after 4 years, and my youth's like 4, and then I was home for a year, and then I got locked up again.
Yeah, there's only like one guy who I know that like was actually locked in with a shawty, but like I don't know him. Like this girl or whatever, that was like her friend or whatever, right? But like he was like telling me his story, but like yeah, so his shawty, like they're like high school sweethearts or whatever, but obviously he was like in the streets doing his thing.
Yeah.
He ended up catching like a crazy like coke charge or whatever, so he was gone for like I want to say like 6 years, but like she actually held it down. You know, like she like on some Gucci man shit, like she reinvested his bread and stuff. So when he came out, like he kind of had like a crib and like everything was like kind of like set for him. So he was able, like they own a business now and stuff. And so he was kind of able to like, I guess, get his life started because he had like a foundation to come out to. You know, but like a lot of people don't have foundations to come out to, you know?
Bro, the Bizloke story actually shocked me when I found out the timeline, bro, because in his interview, the famous interview, he was talking about coming home from a 6-year bid. So he came home in whatever 2/3 of whatever the 6-year bid is, had a crazy 9-month run, ran into Nelly, got him shook, you know, was tapped in with Drizzy for a little while. People were making ergot challenges, like imitating Bizloke, like as if he was like some famous American rapper. And then within 9 months, before he even caught the main charge with the gun, he caught another charge with a gun, and he was caught in a car with a prostitute. And he almost went in, but he got to get bail. And then he caught that last one when he was at the club. Boom, haven't seen him since. It's fucked up, bro. A lot of these mans they do more time than roads.
Okay, I sound like I'm caping for these guys, but okay, even Bizlo, you see most of his things because he got caught with it on him. You're like, what's the alternative to that? Like, just walk around naked
and go end up in a coffin.
Especially when you're that name brand, right?
Yeah, but it's a series of choices that got you to this point where now you have to be that guy who has to walk around with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I feel like a lot of it is just like unlearning. It's like unlearning instincts that you've developed out of survival based on your environment.
Yeah.
And a lot of that unlearning, that's what takes like the most effort. Because I feel like for a lot of these guys, like, I don't want to say crime is easy, but they're like good at it in a sense, you know, where it's like it's a skill they've developed. They know how to like turn a 2 to a 4, 4 to a 8, use that money, get a strap, this, that. You know what I'm saying? So it's about like unlearning like the business of, I guess, what you've been like used to.
Or like just applying that knowledge in a different faction, you know what I mean? Like if you're able to do that, like maybe try to learn stocks and like you could kind of flip some investments or whatever. Like if you could like recognize like, oh, the block's gonna be dry these times and that, like maybe you can kind of like recognize like certain dips in the market or something like.
Yeah, I just feel like
be a day trader.
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be day trading because I think the appeal of crime is that it's like fast money.
Yeah.
And I feel like when people are used to that, going to like slow money is unbearable, where it's like they'll try to work a job. They're like, yo, you're telling me I worked all day and I made like $1.50 or 2 bills? Like I could have made a band if I like flipped this or whatever.
Yeah,
you know?
But if you learn how to really do smart day trading and like you really tap in with a good mentor and whatever, like you can take the same amount of skills or amount of time that you apply to becoming the sickest street nigga and become a sick day trader and make your money every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like it's like unlearning, like you were saying, a lot of that shit, even like the vernacular, like man, them don't even know how to get into a room with like real businessmen and like have a conversation without being like, yo, so that's what's going on? Okay. Like, nah, fam, we can't do businesses if that's the only way you know how to talk. But like if you're only in and out of jail, you know, you barely even finish fucking school, bro. How the fuck are you supposed to learn how to really speak to how the rest of Toronto speaks?
Facts.
You're just in a system, fam. You're like just in a cycle of a system.
He's OG Friday.
Yeah.
Tell them, bro.
Yo, fam, I'm really trying to learn some shit today, fam. Give back to the youth.
I
You know
like.
what I'm saying? Okay, I got one more topic and we could touch the road. Armored car was shot up the other day. All right?
Damn.
Or not an armored car shop or a company. Like
the actual company.
The company that makes armored cars. But this is adding to what I believe are political tinted shootings.
So like on some intimidation type thing?
Yeah, it seems like extortion and all those different things that we've been looking at in other cases, but it's deeper than that, fam. I think these shootings, when you add this place that's a manufacturer of bulletproof cars and stuff, okay? But they also, and I'll play the video in a second, work with the government. There was the U.S. consulate that was shot up the other day.
Yeah.
Okay? There's all of these Jewish-owned bakeries that have been getting shot up. I think that this is more than just gangster shit, fam. We're dealing with a politically tinted gangster mixed shooting going on.
That's some mafia shit.
I think it's even deeper than that. Because remember, when we get into politics, the powers that be can control where the arms and everything come from.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's way bigger than the mafia. So I'm gonna play the video here because, like I said, like now my heart is starting to beat when I'm starting to see all of these different like shootings and just where they're happening. I'm like, why?
With the company logo on it has now replaced the gaping hole for where the front door. Plywood with the company logo on it has now replaced the gaping hole for where the front doors for Incas armored vehicle manufacturing used to be. Now the police tape is long gone, but this is still very much an active investigation here in North York. Several evidence markers laid down by police next to the front entrance, now shattered glass on the ground. Officers were called to this building on Weston Road near Finch Avenue West just before 2 a.m. on Tuesday for the sound of gunshots in the area. No injuries were reported, and there is no word on a suspect or suspects.
They shot that
Officers
shit
were
up.
called to this site a few years ago. In late October of 2023, Toronto police made arrests during a demonstration outside the building. Organizers of the rally were protesting the company's work with the Israeli military.
We don't know yet what this could be.
I think I know what happened.
It could be some sort of, as you mentioned
I think I
before,
know who's
some sort of
behind
reason,
this.
anti-Semitic reason.
Maybe.
It could be for anything else that we haven't even considered.
Andrew Ellis is the chief security officer at Incus and a former assistant director of operations for CSIS. He says the company is not a weapons manufacturer. Rather, they make protective and bulletproof vehicles with many clients around the world.
We don't confirm many of our clients ever. We provide armored vehicles and equipment to countries around the world, from Fiji to Latin America, from Canada to, the southern tip of Africa.
That's a pretty cool gig.
And we provide,
No, it's not.
we only
That's a
provide
sick
vehicles
company
to
to own.
countries where our
No, we'll talk
Global
about it.
Affairs Department has obviously approved the exports.
Ellis says operations at Incus have not stopped as police try to find those responsible for this act of violence.
Okay. So
The only reason why I say it's not a super cool gig is the same reason why I say I don't want to get super rich. Like, okay, you're dealing with certain armies of certain countries, you know what I mean? Like, allegedly. You won't think their ops is gonna be cheese, like, oh, you're helping the warfare of that country and they're gonna invade us and stuff. Like,
yeah,
like you're involved in like Friday's right when he said to get super political and stuff.
But
you
I
know,
think there's like some sort of anonymity where like you don't really know what company is doing what bulletproof car, and it's just like the caliber of clients that you'll get where it's like, okay, like the friggin' Prince of Norway wants to drive a bulletproof car, and we've selected you guys to do it. Like you can probably charge them so much. Like it just seems like a cool business to own. But the fact that it got shot up is a little ironic because, like how bulletproof were the windows.
I know, right? They forgot that part.
But if they're linking it to some sort of anti-Semitism, like that wouldn't be surprising. There have been a plethora of anti-Semitic, I guess, hate crimes that have been committed since basically October 6th, like when that happened, like what, 2 years ago now? More. Yeah, it's unfortunate if that's what it boils down to, but who knows why? I wouldn't be surprised if it was like some extreme leftists.
Bro, think about even owning one of these places, right? The clients that you have, besides like, whatever celebrities and like maybe royalty or whatever, it's all going to be military or
diplomats.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So like, there's no way that you can have like an armored car company and not get in bed with somebody politically.
I wonder like what the process of making a car bulletproof is. Like that'd be a sick business to start. Like I feel like Road Ready should offer them services. Like
but
we'll bulletproof your car as well. Make sure you tell them the We Love Hip Hop boys sent you.
Yeah, but then now if they get the wrong like client base, now they might be a target of a shooting because they don't like that you guys are helping do the shit for this company or these people who are dignitaries.
Can any man just bulletproof a car? Like, is that even legal? Like,
I don't think so. I think there must be a process.
Yo, I'm a chat GBT that.
I think so because there's pure celebrities that have that. Like,
no, anybody can get your car bulletproof, but like, can anybody? You can't just open up a shop.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Right. But I think anybody, we could just do that if we had the money. You know what I'm saying? But like, how many people? You probably have to go through mad red tape to even be able to open up a shop, get the materials, all that shit. You know what I'm saying?
It says here, companies that specialize in vehicle armoring can install ballistic glass, reinforced steel, run flat tires, reinforced suspension, but there's like different like levels, like B4, B5 protects against most handgun rounds. B6 is like high powered rifles. B7 is like army piercing rifle rounds.
Yeah. But are these companies like not any, like we can't just like switch Road Ready and offer extra services. Like you literally have to go through probably some kind of government tape to be like, I'm selling things that are bulletproof.
Yeah, maybe there's like a certification process, but it does say that handgun protection, it costs roughly $40,000 to $80,000 on top of the vehicle. and rifle protection is 100 to 300,000. That's why I'm saying it's a sick gig. Like,
yeah, I think it's sick if we're dealing with celebrities and stuff. But once like dignitaries and like, okay, like let's say you're working with like a certain faction, and then they're like, oh, do all our vehicles, but do it for free. You're like, nah, and then they start shooting up your store and shit.
Yeah, you can get extorted.
Yeah, or you start doing it for Israel, like when the people come in town from Israel. Fam, you're gonna have smoke from the other side.
Okay, I know what you mean. Where it's like, oh, you made like bulletproof cars for these Israeli diplomats. Like, what does that say about your political leanings? Kind of thing, right?
Man's get cheese at Staples and shit.
Fam, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like Costco.
When you're talking about that level of money, the only people who, or the most people who are going to be your clientele are somebody who's dealing with armored vehicles. Who's dealing with armored vehicles? Military. So your biggest client is probably going to be the military. That's why they had to protest.
That and like banks, like the Brinks trucks and them type of
You know what I'm saying? So like in the end of the day, you're always going to be in bed with somebody who you might not believe in their political leanings or the choices that they're making. You're like, okay, I'm providing you guys the same shit that's going to go drive down in Iran somewhere and bomb some places.
But can we agree that as a business model, like let's say like Mandem wanted to start a business, like that's a good niche to have where it's like, okay, we exclusively bulletproof cars for rich people. Like, I just feel like it's just like it's a good niche. There probably aren't too many companies that do that.
It does sound cool to say, you know. But I feel like if I was actually doing it, like the nitty gritty of it would get like annoying to me.
Yeah, probably. But like if you have staff that deal with it and you're just like the owner and like.
I mean, like dealing with like the business side of it, you know, like, oh, I have to go fly to Saudi Arabia to meet with this fucking guy because he wants his camo bulletproofed.
Nah, I'm sure they ship all the cars to these guys.
Yeah. It's just, I see it as a business that it would be super lucrative, but on the other side, like, I don't want to deal with the risks.
There's pure business meaning those mans are having.
Yeah, it's like we would like to bulletproof our whole like 10 cars. We are from Saudi Arabia. Like, can you give me a good price for the 10 cars?
Yeah, like if somebody is already willing to spend 80 racks to do something like that, those are people who are dealing with real money who just drop in the bucket to do that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I just feel like we got to watch the shootings when we see them on the news or whatever, or on the timeline, and see the details of it, because it's not just some gangster shit anymore, bro. Like, they might be using gangsters, but it's not for gangster shit anymore. It's not because two blocks got a beef. You know what I'm saying? There's somebody who's sending them maybe to a gangster to send them to go do the thing, but that gangster who's the boss of whatever is reporting to somebody politically somewhere. We're there now. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion.
Al-Qaeda. No, I'm joking.
You never know.
It's possible.
You never know, bro. Okay, I think I've spooked you guys out enough. All right. As you can see, as the episode gets spookier and spookier, that means we're getting toward the end.
I'm gonna leave my nightlight on tonight,
bro. All right. Just look out the windows if you see any flares. It's just an airplane, guys. It's just an airplane.
I'm gonna try to bulletproof my vehicle, actually.
Hey, listen, family. We're about to go get some bread, so you never know. You never know. I think I'm gonna start this off the way we or end this the way we started this. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.